Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live town hall meeting. My name is Tanya. I'm with Hanno Pevkur's team. I'd like to start today by giving you all a big welcome. Big welcome to all the European Volleyball Federation delegates that have taken the time to be with us today. We're so happy that you could join us and be with us. And before we get started today, and I hand the floor over to Hanno and his team, I just wanted to go through a few housekeeping items. So for today's webinar, we have about an hour together, and this town hall is really meant to be interactive. So please feel free to ask any questions that you have. You'll see there's a Q&A section on your screen there. So please feel free to type in any questions that you might have for Hanno and the team, and then we'll get to them as soon as we reach our Q&A session today. You'll also see that if there's any questions that have already been typed, you can actually like them. You can give them a thumbs up. So please go ahead and do that, and we'll try to get to the questions with the most thumbs up at the start of the Q&As. So without any further waiting, I will now pass the floor along to Hanno.
Hello, dear friends. Hello, Europe, and hello, volleyball friends. So I'm very glad to have this town hall meeting, and I welcome you all from this rainy Luxembourg where I'm at the moment. So although in Tallinn, in my hometown, it's approximately 17 degrees of heat at the moment, and the sun is shining. So I'm here in Luxembourg. Just came from the meeting with the CEV office, and I'm very glad that things went well. So we discussed what we can do in the future and what we have to change if I will be elected. And definitely, from my point of view, to start with today's meeting, I just before I hand over to Bahar and Marek, I'll just very briefly say that why I decided to run. So first of all, I really would like to say that I'm not running against anyone. So I am not running against Alexander, or I'm not running against someone. I'm running for volleyball because I have the passion, I have the vision. As you know, that one famous man said once that I have a dream, so I can say that I have a vision. I have a vision how to improve volleyball status in Europe and also in the world. And I definitely see that we are lacking behind of some other sports like basketball or handball, and we can do more. I know that we can do more, and I just don't want to wait 4 more years for the future to be here. So I believe that the future is here, the future is now, and now is the time. But I will talk through my program a bit later. Before I continue, I'm very happy to introduce you a couple of people. First of all, my choice to the top leadership for the CEV. Of course, when you trust me to be elected as a CEV president, then I said from the beginning that my choice is not to nominate for vice president as it is in the statute, sorry. But I will just nominate 2 from the top leadership. This is the senior vice president and the treasurer. And I'm more than happy to announce that my senior vice president candidate is Bahar Mert from Turkey. You probably all know her because she's a legend in Turkey. She has represented Turkish national team for over 300 times and won everything you can win in Europe. And the second person I'd like to introduce after Bahar is Marek Pakosta. And Marek Pakosta is a former Olympian athlete and also top indoor player, but also top beach volleyball player. After quitting the volleyball, he was very successful and still is very successful in business. So those 2 people, Bahar and Marek, are my choice, my selection for the senior leadership of CEV. And for sure, you can also ask questions from them because it's not only about me. Volleyball is a team sport, and that is why I'm very happy that we have this press conference or on town hall meeting also together. So, and from my side, I will stop here for a minute to give the word to Bahar and then to Marek, and then I will come back already with my vision, with my views, and why I'm running already for with a bit longer presentation. So, Bahar, please, the floor or the camera is yours.
Bahar, could you put on your microphone, please? You're just on mute.
Now it's okay? It's okay?
Perfect.
Okay. Hi, thank you, Hanno. And hi to all volleyball friends here. And well, since our first meetings, it was clear to me that Hanno Pevkur has an ambitious vision and desires to take European volleyball to the next level. And as he said, and with the endorsement of our Turkish volleyball president, Mr. Mehmet Akif Üstündağ, I'm delighted to officially confirm our collective support for Hanno Pevkur. And of course, I look forward to playing a key role in helping to grow volleyball across Europe, to help CEV take the important steps we need to grow volleyball across Europe. And hopefully, I can also motivate a new generation of female leaders to join. Marek?
Thank you, Bahar. Hi, all the volleyball family. I must say I'm very honored and happy at the same time that I could be part of the Hanno's core team. I'm Czech volleyball president since 2017, and I consider Czech Volleyball Federation as a federation that has a long and successful history. And during the history, I think we proved to be reliable, constructive, and in recent years, again, very active federation. Hanno already mentioned I'm a former top volleyball and beach volleyball player. I was able to, in the beginning of beach volleyball era, combine both competitions, although I spent more time in indoor volleyball. And I hope that that even this players' experience will help me in possible position at the CEV. And of course, I also will try to use my work experience, let's say business experience, because when I finished playing volleyball, I spent about 10 years in business areas, in different areas. And then, like I mentioned, in 2017, I came back to Czech Federation when the federation needs it. So that was a quick introductory from my side, and I will give floor back to Hanno.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Marek. And I'm very glad that Bahar and Marek accepted my proposal and offer to be in the top leadership team, because with this choice, I really believe that we can not only cover the geographical point of view from in Europe, but also like the small, medium, and big countries in Europe. And with this choice, I'm more than happy to also to see that we have this fresh energy, we have the new wave also for the leadership of CEV. So, but now coming back to the reasons I decided to run for the CEV leadership and the CEV president, that for me, as a former minister and as a president of Estonian volleyball for 8 years, has always been very, very important that how we look at volleyball and what are the core principles. So, and then from my point of view, I really would like to see that everyone who is going to vote takes into account the principles, takes into account the visions, and not only that what or how we think about someone or what we'd like to promise to each other. No, I think it's more important to see that do we have the understanding what to do in European volleyball. And I believe that we can be more fair, we can be more transparent, and definitely we can be more innovative to have a better future for the volleyball. And for that, I've created also the web page. You can all go there to see my longer program. I just want to go through some of the main aspects. So you know that who has looked into my program, that I have three core principles what I want to introduce also maybe today. So the first one is saying about the leadership. And as I already mentioned, that with the principle that I will have in the top leadership, the big country, the medium-sized country, and the small country, I will have the geographical coverage. But I also believe that in ExCom, as a vice president, we need to have from each zonal association at least one candidate, or at least one person, not after election already the candidate. So this is very, very important for me. And also it is very important for me that when we elect our board, then the choice is made by the president. So it cannot be so that the elected president will say to the General Assembly that who are his nominees. But as I said also that I try to be very transparent and open with you that my choice for the top leadership, who is the closest circle around the president, this choice is Bahar and Marek, but all the others, what you say is my obligation to work with them and with the whole board. So and this leadership also means that, you know, we have many other good ideas in our team, you know, to see that what we can do differently, and you know that even bringing Bahar to the top leadership, this is not enough for me. I definitely would like to see more women in the board. We have at the moment 5 candidates, which is very good. If they all will be also elected, would be very, very, very good for European volleyball, for the countries, because when we take also the countries where the candidates, women candidates are coming, then they are not the big ones. Bahar is only coming from the big country like Turkey, but then we have Banu from Liechtenstein, we have Ingvild from Norway, we have Margaret Ann from Scotland, and we have Emma from Gibraltar. So really, I would like, but not only to the board, but also to the commissions. So this is one of the points for me, how to create more inclusion, how to bring more women to top leadership and to the commissions also. You know, to be open, we have to understand that we can share more information with our federations, and we have to share more information, and we have to be open. We have new solutions. We can have online meetings basically every day if needed, but definitely, you know, I'd like to include more national federation presidents to the everyday leadership, everyday decision-making process, and also to have webinars with all of you or who are interested. So definitely, you know, this is something I'd like to do. I also like to bring more players to the decision-making process. That means that we have at the moment players working group. I'd like to increase the level of that to create the players commission, and then definitely also to bring coaches and players to the board meetings. So this is very, very important, and you know, also to understand that we can do more on the leadership level in every federation. That means that we have special leadership program for the federations. So these are just a couple of topics on my new leadership plan, but there is a lot more, of course, you can find out on my webpage. So the second initiative, what I said, or the core principle is a development plan, and here I like to focus at the moment to the solidarity mechanism. So I've studied very truly what UEFA is doing, and UEFA is putting approximately 10% of their yearly budget to solidarity mechanisms to help the smaller and poorer federations. So, and I truly believe that also we have to be here more future focused, and when we want to have better results from all countries, from all 56 federations, then we have to put in place solidarity mechanism, especially for categories 1 and 2. But that means also that we have to create like tailor-made solutions for the medium-sized federations and also the big ones, because also the big ones maybe need help, but the help is a bit different. So maybe they don't need a financial help, but they need some kind of other help. And for that, we can put together a team who can help also from central management, all the federations. And you know, when we talk about development, from my point of view, the development team in CEV at the moment has done a great job starting with the school project, but for sure we need to expand it. So because this is our future, when we don't have the school children playing volleyball, then we don't have the future superstars. And when we don't have the superstars, then we don't have the image, then we don't have the possibilities for promotion and everything. So this is like one big pyramid, and I'm sure that this is very, very important for me. When we talk about CEV events, then you know, I'd like to develop many things. Like first, I'd like to create this new opportunity for the qualification periods, and also for qualifying system, that we have a possibility to play against many more teams in the qualification as we have today. So I truly believe that when we have in the World Championship the same system, that only the world champion and the organizer are qualified, then we should also have the same in European Championship. So that means that the European champion and the organizers are qualified to the final round. All the others have to play. That means that, you know, everyone can play also against stronger European teams who have been successful in the last European Championship. Also the club championships or the different cups we have, there we have to lower the financial burden for the teams, and we have to go to make also the next steps with the Champions League, because this is our biggest like marketing value product. And that means that when we have a product like this, then we have to also develop this to the next level, that the Champions League will be a top quality event, where especially the clubs can have the right to say how we want to be managed. So, but this is at the moment about the development, but this is not only, or this is not all. So but it's not the TV commercial that, and now taking also this, you will have this. So I will not say this. We will move to the third topic, which is from my point of view very important, which is the new plan for promotion. Because without promotion, without new incomes, we cannot help our smaller federations, we cannot help our bigger federations, and we cannot increase the value of volleyball. So I truly believe that tailor-made support and tailor-made approach to each federation is possible and is doable. So definitely, you know, this is something I'd like to do. I'd like to also to go forward and you know, boost a bit with the our online possibilities, with the new web, with the new applications, and also to see that why not to look into the gamification possibilities also. But now, when we talk about new possibilities, then I cannot understand why we have only like 2, 3, 4 main sponsors in CEV. So and the overall budget of CEV is approximately 17 to 18 millions. So we can do more, and I believe that, you know, we can bring big companies to support volleyball. One of the extra options for that is that we will create the CEV Super Cup, where the CEV Cup winner will play against the Champions League winner, and this could be a very good season opener or season opening match, and you know that we can promote something in the beginning of the season. So this will be the Super Cup, and in the end of the season, where we have the Champions League finals, CEV Cup finals, and Challenge Cup finals. And of course, we can use different promotion games with the very big stars, and you know, this is like a clear understanding how we can promote better European volleyball. And all those three main core issues or main core topics are in more detail described on my webpage, when you take the webpage, you can see that there are 6 initiatives. We have the rotation in volleyball, so position 1, position 2, etc. And you can read there more. But as we said at the beginning, or as Tanya mentioned it at the beginning, that we try to keep today's webinar as interactive as possible. Then I'm more than happy to answer to all of your questions. Bahar is ready to answer your questions. Marek is ready to answer your questions. And let's be open and let's see how we can enjoy each other. And now, as I understand, we have already a couple of questions. So please do not hesitate to ask questions from us. And I will give the word now for moderating this questions answers section to Tanya. Please, Tanya.
Thank you so much, Hanno. That's great. What a very interesting vision. And I think we have some pretty good questions already coming in. So as I mentioned before, for those who want to ask questions, please feel free to type them in there, and we'll make sure that Hanno and the team that they can respond to you as best as they can. So the first question that we have is actually around the upcoming election. So Hanno, I'm going to throw this over to you. The question is, why does CEV not allow online voting? So what's your opinion on that?
First of all, thank you very much for this question. Definitely, when we take the statute of CEV, then we could say that it is very difficult as the statute doesn't foresee the possibility for online voting. But on the other hand, we all know how is the situation all around Europe, and also Luxembourg, where the statute is registered and where the CEV is registered. The Luxembourg's law says clearly that there is a possibility to make online voting for the organizations also like CEV. So, and then from my perspective, definitely, it's, as I also like to be, or as I like to have the in-person meetings, then considering the situation, considering that the second wave is there in Europe, and we have so many new cases regarding the infection, and we have 56 federations who have to come to Vienna. Definitely, I would rather like to see that we have online voting, or at least like the hybrid mix that who are there represented in Vienna, they can be, but who are not, they can vote from home. Because for me, it's not only about that it's the question that to go to Vienna, but even the bigger question is to come back from Vienna, because all of our federation presidents are pro bono workers. So we are not getting paid for this, which means that we are working somewhere. And when we come back from Austria, then many countries have the restrictions that you have to stay in quarantine or at least self-isolation, which means that many of the presidents or representatives, they cannot allow themselves to be 5 days, 10 days, 14 days, depending the country, away from the work. And that is why, they don't come to Vienna. So in that sense, my opinion is clear that we could have. The law says that, yes, it can be done. We also saw that FIVB sent to all confederations the possibility, which is the one British company called Lumi, which can provide this option for online voting. So the option is there. It's about the will, and at the moment we still have the board decision that the Congress will be in person in Vienna. But as I said also many times, that for me, when the Congress is in person, I will be there. When the Congress will be online, I will be there. When the Congress will be on the moon, I will be there. So I will be with my presidents, and I will explain my views all the time, everywhere, anywhere, and anytime.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Very thorough answer there. The next question, and this one, I think it might be a shared answer, Hanno, but I throw it over to you and then you decide. Why does Turkey support Hanno and not a Balkan country? Hanno, why don't you start us off and perhaps you can share with Bahar.
Well, first of all, let me thank Turkish President Akif for this great support. I truly believe that Turkey is the leading country of not only of Balkan but in European volleyball, one of the greatest. And definitely, you know, to have and to feel and to see the support from Turkey, it means a lot to me. And I said this personally to Mr. Üstündar, and I said this personally to Bahar, and you know, I'm very happy. But of course, we have to hand over this question to Bahar. Maybe she can explain this better. But of course, I'm very happy that I have the support from Turkey. Bahar, please. Bahar, microphone, please.
Bahar,
Okay. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. And you have our support for sure, Hanno. Okay. It's a nice question because it gives me opportunity to explain more why we support you. And well, Turkish volleyball has for years experienced both sportive and organizational successes. And at the same time, it has been very important to us to have principles in everything we do. And this is the reason why Turkish Volleyball Federation has decided to support Hanno Pevkur, because his principles of professional governance, transparency, and modern management are perfectly in line with our values. And we have experienced that such principles will both lead to success in our organization and also make us an attractive partner to commercial sponsors. And the Balkan countries, besides their great successes, are a big volleyball family with serious problems which needs to be resolved. And we need the modernized CEV to play an active role here. This has not been that case in past years. And we in Turkish Volleyball Federation feel a big responsibility as a leader of the Balkan volleyball family to improve things now on a European level. But to improve, we have to make changes, and we are convinced that Hanno can bring such changes. And finally, I think that Balkan countries, it's clear that Balkan countries will appreciate to see that Hanno wants to have me as a senior vice president position. This clearly proves how much he gives importance not only to Turkey, but to entire Balkan region. I think that it's enough.
Wonderful. Great answers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The third question now. Again, Hanno, I'm directing this one to you. How to make the link better between grassroots and professional volleyball in Europe?
Well, this whoever question or whoever wrote this question, thank you very much. This is really interesting question, and as I mentioned already, so the development team in CEV office with Vuk and some others, so they have started with a very good, you know, project. The school project is there. So and when we talk about the grassroots projects, then definitely, you know, this is the something without we cannot imagine the future volleyball, and how to link them better. first, I have a clear understanding what we are doing in Estonia. I think also many other countries are doing that you are bringing the top players to the grassroots projects. So they are the role models for the small ones, because we have been all like the small volleyball players, and we admired someone. When I was small, then I admired Samuele Papi, because he was not so tall, but he was an exceptional player. Of course, I admired Jiba and some others. Nowadays, younger players will admire Atanasievich or Zaitsev or Juan Torena. So because we need the leaders and we need the role models and professionals, and when we can bring together the youngest one and the top athletes, then definitely this is something we can do. And for sure, I believe truly in that kind of like pyramid, that when we have the grassroots projects, then it has to grow to professional sport. And when we talk about from this, that we are starting with the balloons, the first moves, then we take the kids volleyball, and then we go already to the top volleyball to play on the top level. Then it's crucial also to not only the grassroots and the professional sport, but from my point of view, even the more crucial question is how to overcome the link between the ending the high schools and going to new universities and still to play top level volleyball. So I think this is very, very important, especially for women's volleyball, but also for men's side, that we cannot lose our top very talented players to stop volleyball for any reason. So yeah, I think this is the cooperation and mix of different measures, but I truly believe that it can be done, and it can be done firstly through that we will promote more, and we will bring to more light our top athletes.
Excellent. All right, we've got actually quite some questions here, so I hope you guys are ready to keep answering. So the next question we have, actually you touched a little bit on it, Hanno, about women's volleyball. So how can we inspire more women to get involved in European volleyball? Perhaps it's even interesting to get Bahar and Marek's inputs on that as well, because I'm sure it's a question that affects big, small, medium federations. Hanno, go ahead and start us off.
Yes, I will start maybe shortly, and definitely I believe that Marek can give some advice from his experience in Czech Republic, and Bahar also as a woman candidate can understand that what that means, to be as a board member today in Turkey, and then to go through all those obstacles what you have, and then to be where she is at the moment. So, but for me, it has always been very normal thing to see that we have also women in the management. So my own Estonian Secretary General is a woman, and I'm very happy that I have her. And when I also take now the European level, then I'm quite happy that we have in the CEV office quite many women. But also when we talk about the top players, then we can engage them more. And it's just you have to start from somewhere. It's not so that you will say that now we will do and everything happens. No, this is not so. You just have to do this work constantly to talk with the women, to say to them that yes you can, yes you are good, and I know that they are good. So, and this was one of the reasons I chose Bahar, because I know that she can do this job, and I know that she is very good at this. So just let's bring more women to volleyball. But maybe before Marek, Bahar will give her input to this very interesting and good question.
Yes, of course, I'm very proud to be a woman, first of all, and to be a successful woman. But it's not happen in one moment, and that's why I believe that people need some good examples, as you told, and the opportunities are very important to be given to the people, and especially to the women. And I always tried, as a ex-volleyball player, I tried to be a good example to young players, with my trust to myself, with my successes. But success one day finished, and that's why volleyball players also has to continue to be successful in some other places. And here the opportunities are very important. And I believe that women very easily can find and catch the opportunities. That's why, as I thought, the right examples are very important. And I should thank you that you gave me this opportunity to represent all European women, because I tried before to represent Turkish volleyball women as much as possible. And I'm proud of that, and I will do my best to represent all European women and to be a good example of that and to show the women power. Yes, Marek.
Thank you, Bahar. I must say that Czech Volleyball Federation needs to improve in this area. We have some women candidates in commissions, but at this moment we don't have any board of administration member which is female. So this is something I'm already working on it, and I hope it will improve in the future. And if I look at the database of players in Czech Republic, it's evident we have 2/3 of Czech players are women, and of course, because in men or boys we have to compete with football and hockey, which is not even a sport in our country. It's more of like a religion. So I see that for the future, the role of women in our sport will be more and more important. So that would be my quick comments, and I pass back the floor to Hanno.
I'm just going to jump right in there and see if we can get in another question. Is that all right, Hanno?
Yes, it is, and definitely.
All right. Perfect. Just because we've got quite a few there. So the next question that I have is actually about smaller federations. So what can we do to support smaller federations more? Hanno, do you want to start us off?
Yes, well, for that, yes, I have a clear understanding and a plan. So first of all, as I said, so I want to set solidarity mechanism. So this is like, you know, as I gave you the comparison with UEFA. This is something I truly believe in, and this is very, very important for all the small countries that, you know, when you take the small countries, then some of them don't have the budget at all. Some of them have maybe 10, 20,000. Some of them have 100,000 euros the budget. So, and it's obvious that they need help. And, you know, but it's not only that, you know, you give some money to someone. No, that means that every one of them has a specific reason for asking the help. Maybe some of them needs the coach. Maybe some of them needs the balls. Maybe some of them needs the court. So and here we have to make a very good cooperation with FIVB also, that to understand that FIVB has this very good development project and you know, to combine two possibilities that FIVB has and CEV will have to support the smaller ones. Then we can bring also smaller ones to the new level. But this is not only, you know, helping them financially. It's also helping them, you know, in other fields, and that is why I see the need for the tailor-made support for everyone. But on the other hand, we have many good ideas in the smaller federation. So also the big ones can learn about the flexibility, about the readiness to make quick changes, quick decisions from the smaller ones. So it's not just one-way traffic. It's cooperation between each other. But yes, I have clear understanding what to do and how to help the small ones.
Excellent. All right. We're going to jump into we've got just a few more minutes here. We're going to zip through the next question. So let's touch a little bit on snow volley. We have a question here. My apologies, I think I was on mute. Sorry for that. So the question was, how important is snow volleyball to you?
Well, for sure, I try to then keep or just to give quick answers to get to other questions also, and when there are, so let's go quickly to next ones. But about snow volley, definitely, it's a new discipline. Many don't like it, but I would say that when there is a possibility to try to go to the Olympics with this, then definitely it's quite attractive. So we started to play 2 against 2, then we moved to 3 against 3, and we see that it's very attractive, and we see that there is an interest also from IOC, so International Olympic Committee, and definitely to make a history and to be in both Olympics as a sport, as a volleyball. This means a lot, but of course we have to understand that it's not so popular yet. And when we want to make it popular, then we are in the same moment as we were maybe with beach volleyball in the end of 80s. So maybe something similar is at the moment in snow volley, but it's definitely one of the disciplines. But the same way as we have sitting volley, and definitely I see that more inclusions also means that we have a position on sitting volleyball, and we have to admit that this is also a volleyball. So, but okay, let's move on to the next one. I really would like to answer so many questions I can.
All right. The next question we have here is about sponsors. So the question that we have, I think it's going to probably be one of our last two, actually. How can we get more sponsors involved in the CEV?
So one of the most important topics at all, that we can talk about management, we can talk about how we can change the leagues or the clubs championships or the European championships. But for sure, to make changes, you need also supporters and partners, and then for that I see many of the options. I mentioned already that to create some new events, one of them could be the CEV Super Cup, but just it's the constant work. I've seen this in Estonian volleyball that when you want to bring more sponsors, it's the constant work. I see that also in FIVB at the moment, that where Mario Medeiros is responsible for the sponsorship relations, and it is working. That you need to work constantly with this. Also, I'd like to bring some very good professionals, and I'd like to trust our people in the CEV office more because they are very good, and we can empower them. So what you need to do, just to be very quickly. First, I'd like to bring someone who is responsible for that in the CEV office. Second, I'd like to create also one vice president who is responsible for marketing and sponsorship. And we have many good examples or good people also among our presidents who have made a very good career bringing sponsors to their sport in their countries. So political leadership, office support, and then just work to go to the sponsors to talk about volleyball value and to increase the value, and also creating stars. This is still there. Without the stars, we cannot bring also, because we have to know what our stars are eating, with what car they are driving, what is the name of their dog, etc. So we have to create stars. Then it will be more attractive in general, and then we can also bring more sponsors to volleyball.
Excellent. Great insights there. Thank you, Hanno. We have another question, and this one's really, Hanno, for you. Why did you quit your career in Estonian politics?
So thank you for that question. First of all, I have not quit Estonian politics. So yes, I've been in Estonian politics for almost 20 years, and I've been as a government minister for 8 years, and I have been elected to parliament since 2007 every single time. Also, at the moment I'm in parliament, I'm the vice chair of the intelligence committee, so we are supervising all the intelligence services. So I'm still active in Estonian politics and on a high level. I was elected to my party leadership with the second biggest vote, a number of votes, and but I've said also to all of you who are watching at the moment, to all the presidents I've spoken to, and also in Estonia, that if I will be elected as a president of CEV, then I will step out of Estonian politics, and also I will not go further with the proposal of Estonian Olympic Committee, where Estonian president of Estonian Olympic Committee made a proposal to me to be the vice president of Estonian Olympic Committee. Then yes, I will concentrate 120% only on volleyball, and then yes, it is the moment when I step out from Estonian politics and Estonian public life to serve only you.
Very good. Thank you so much for clarifying that, Hanno. So this is actually our last question. I know I said that before, but I think this one's a really, really nice one to end with. And it also, I think we can bring in it includes your future team as well. So the question is, what do you think of current CEV competitions, and are you excited about the future of European volleyball?
So thank you for that question. First of all, I think we can agree so that when there are some questions due to the time we cannot answer. So I hope that we can track or we can have the possibility to see that who are the senders, if not, or who sent the questions. If not, please send the questions directly to my email info@hanno.pevkur.org, and then I will definitely answer to all of your questions, not only today but also later on. So I as an open book for you, and I have no problem answering to all of your questions. Now about the European Championship and also the cups, as I understand. So first of all, I see that the Champions League has to be a bit separately from the CEV Cup and Challenge Cup. I see that the Champions League is a product, as a clear marketing value product, and there we can sell sponsorship packages, and there we can have more sponsors, as we can bring a comparison with the UEFA Champions League. So this is definitely something I see that this is our best marketing product when we talk about the volleyball clubs competitions. Then when we talk about European Championship, then the biggest question we have to decide for the future is that how many top competitions do we have and how often do we have them? Because the calendar is quite tight, especially in 2021. We know that there will be a European League, there will be VNL, there will be Olympic, there are Olympic Games, and after Olympic Games immediately we will have the European Championship. So the calendar will be very, very tight for the top players, and this is definitely one of the topics we have to address, that the players will get enough vacation or the rest during the season to be ready for the clubs championship. Then on the other hand, I already mentioned the European Championship qualification, that I have a clear understanding that only the champion or the champion and the organizer are qualified for the next European Championship, and all the others have to play the European Championship qualification. So in that sense, we have to understand that the top level competition in Europe for the national teams is European Championship, and we have to bring more value to European Championship qualification. And also when we raised, for instance, the prize money for the European Championship, then also we can increase the value of that, and also the marketing value and everything what comes with this. So I'm more than happy to discuss with everyone about these ideas, how to improve the clubs competitions and also the national team competitions. But very important for me is to end this question that we are doing this together, and definitely the board will discuss this long time, and then one thing I want to see that the ExCom and board meetings will be very interactive and very where we can discuss really what we can do and how we can do better, and to have also like strategy days, not only to come together and to take point by point the decisions, but we have to just to think, because this is the best brain we have in European volleyball to bring it to the new level.
Perfect. Do you just want to touch maybe yourself and Bahar and Marek on just, are you excited about the future of volleyball? Is that something you're looking forward to?
So okay, I will just one sentence, and then I will give to Bahar, if that's possible, to have the screen also for me for a second. Thank you. So I just say this one sentence that for me it is very important, as I said, that I promise to all of you that this will be my world only after elections, that I will only be for volleyball and for the future of volleyball, and this all says all that yes, it is very important for me. Otherwise, I would have not run for this place. But please, Bahar, Marek, the floor is yours.
Marek?
Marek, please.
Thank you, Hanno. For me, I'm really excited about the future of CEV, and like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm happy to be part of the team. We didn't touch much beach volleyball. That's another area that I think should have a bright future. At this moment, the level of beach volleyball is kind of conservated at some point, and I think we should help beach volleyball to grow even further, because it's a excellent and sexy product, and I'm of course ready and willing to help with my experience and with my time. And now I will pass the floor back to Bahar, and hopefully the connection works this time.
Yes. Yeah. And I want to say, I already told that I look forward to playing a key role in helping CEV take the important steps we need to grow volleyball in Europe. But I want to say that I'm very happy to be in such a strong team that we have. And I believe in our leader also. Hanno, it's you. That's why I believe in ourselves that we can do many good things. We can improve much better everything. And I want to say that the future is now. And please catch the moment and be a part of it. What I can say more. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys. Thank you all so much. We just are going to have a few final words here from Hanno. So Hanno, why don't you close us out for today?
So first of all, thank you, Tanya, for moderating this. It has been great as always working with you. And of course, I really would like to thank Bahar and Marek for taking this time for us and then for all in European volleyball. And I hope that technically we can put this press conference to my website for everyone to download it or to see it. I hope that it is possible. I don't know exactly at the moment, but let's hope. But what is most important that as I said in the beginning, that for me it's just it's very important that I'm running for volleyball, and I truly believe that yes, the future is now, and then the future is here. So and we have the choice, whether to be 4 years where we are at the moment, or to do something differently and to do some bold steps to bring European volleyball to the next level. Because I see that with also the candidates we have at the moment for the board, we can bring many, very, very good people to the board, up to the presidents to decide, of course. But, I believe that we have a lot of fresh blood there among the candidates. And I truly believe that with this team, which will be then elected in a bit more than 10 days, or in 10 days actually. So we can have a very, very bright future for volleyball, and we can catch also handball and basketball. And you have to think big, and then you have to dream big. Why not to catch football? But anyway, just to end and to wrap up. So just sorry, Tanya. So I just want to say once again, thank you all, and enjoy the next days before the Congress. When you have any questions to me, as I said, contact me either via phone or via email, and we will have a very good leadership for CEV, I'm sure.